Hi everyone, it's Giselle with another message for today, and I wanted to talk about a dream message that I actually received a few years ago now, in the beginning stages when I went into separation from my beloved. And lately it's been coming back up where all I can think about, well, not all I can think about, but at times when my mind is very calm and when I'm meditating or just doing a task like brushing my teeth or doing the dishes that I don't really need any brain power for, it comes through time and time again. And I looked through my notes because I used to make notes about all of my dreams before I put them into video form on this channel. And I saw this was 3 years ago that I've written. And in brief, it's the words on the note said, "You know who I am and I know who you are." And all this time, I kind of felt, okay, is this a future message? Is this your higher self talking? Well, it was his higher self talking, but I don't know if it was prominent for that time that I had the dream or if it's going to be now. And now I realize that the reason why I'm being reminded of it is because this is not just a message for me, but a message for so many of us here looking for answers on this journey. And I feel that with the closing of the galactic year, and all of the eclipses that are coming in next month, I feel that's the reason why I'm getting this message again. It's because it's being grounded into the physical so much more and really coming to the forefront of their minds too. Because a lot of the times we are very telepathically linked. And this is also why I've been called to do so many third eye chakra healings for people. Third eye chakra and the ear chakras, actually, they for some reason all, not always, but a lot of the times do come together because it seems a very prominent time now to get those rebalanced and activated so that telepathic communication through receiving and broadcasting to your beloved can be so much more prominent and stronger at this time. And I know, particularly for me, that we've connected even more so on the telepathic wavelength, as well as heart to heart. And it's really encouraging. So about 3 years ago, when we were in separation, and before I completely embraced the term twin flames once more, I had a dream where I was traveling on a bus. And a lot of times dreams don't make sense in themselves. You think, what the heck was I dreaming? But when you look at it from a bird's eye view and read the analogies that they're giving you, it does make sense. So I was traveling on a bus and I was seeing this tarot reader who said that she had a message from my beloved to me. And somehow, it's very weird, this dream. I do still remember it quite vividly, but she had a message that she wanted to pass on, and it said, he wants you to know that he knows who you are and you know who he is. And I just looked at her like, okay. And then a couple of months later, I revisited the whole twin flame kind of term because I was reminded by a reader who I needed some clarity from what this was all about, because my gifts were still developing. I've always had this gift. I mean, I've been a medium since birth, but you know when you have left something and became quite rusty at it and haven't really practiced it, and a lot of the times as well, when you're so deeply emotionally invested in the situation, it's hard to read for yourself and you need some external help. We all kind of do, I feel, other readers I know or have known have gotten readings from other people too, just to clarify, especially when it's such a emotionally confusing situation that they find themselves in. So this reader said to me, "You know who he is and he knows who you are." And I just looked at her like, okay. So it clicked. It all clicked when I revisited the term twin flames and accepted what my journey was. And it resonated because if you've been following me for a while, you probably remember that I had a false twin at one point about, well, when was this? About nearly 6 years ago now, 5.5 years ago. And the false twin experience really threw me off because at one point I kind of felt like, oh, maybe this could be something. But then the more readers said to me, here's your twin flame, or he feels like a twin flame runner, it felt so wrong to me. And I thought, no, this can't be it. So it didn't resonate. And you will feel that too. If somebody says to you, they're not your twin flame and you feel wrong, then that's your truth. And then they most likely are. Or if they say the opposite, they are your twin flame, but you feel like you want to be sick, that means they're not your twin flame. And you will know, but this confirmation in this dream to me signified me being on a bus with a tarot reader, signified to me that I was on a journey. And her clarifying, he knows who I am and I know who he is, we're on a journey to growing and to learning that about each other. And I kept getting significant dreams sitting on trains and being in communication with my beloved and him asking me to move to where he lives because he lives in a different city to where I live. And we were I was on a train texting him and he said, "Do you want to move to my city?" And I thought, well, yeah, wow, okay. And a lot of the dreams that I do have about us communicating are of me either in a car or on a train or on a bus or somewhere, some sort of travel. And it always signifies that the journey is ongoing, but it's leading to us coming together because the message, you know who I am and I know who you are, is just such a prominent message to say things are happening on a spiritual level that you may not physically be aware of. And we can't always tell you what's going on because you won't always understand why things have to happen the way that they do. I know that with the false twin thing, I was so angry, for the longest time. I was like, why can't this work out? And I was almost frustrated. Well, I was frustrated, but almost wishing, even though I knew the term "be careful what you wish for," I thought, well, you know what? If this is going to go to hell and be really bad for me, then so be it. But now I'm glad it never happened because, oh my goodness, it could have been disastrous. As you probably already know, if you've been following me, this person, shortly after meeting me, met someone else and got engaged within 9 months and got married within 6 months and got divorced within 5 months. I mean, that could have been me. If I had my wish and the universe went, okay, fair enough, let's give you what you want and let's get you with this person, that would have been me. And I would have been broken and devastated, and it would have I would have been traumatized, and it would have been years and years and years for me to rebuild myself and regain my self-esteem to get over the fact of why did I get divorced at such a young age? I don't understand. It would have been absolutely devastating. And after 5 months of marriage, can you imagine? Oh no, I'm so glad that wasn't me. But anyway, because I couldn't see at the time why bad things had to happen for me, I couldn't grasp the reason behind it, but now I understand it was a learning curve. It was to get what I didn't want so I would define more of what it is that I do want, because if you're not clear about what you want, not bad things all the time, but undesirable things are likely to come into your path. Just like my first relationship, I just wished upon a star, went, I want a relationship. Did I define the relationship? No, of course not. I didn't say I want the most loving, caring, balanced, and amazing relationship. What did I know? I was 16 years old. I was naive and stupid. And a few months later, I met someone who turned out to be a horribly abusive person towards me. And so that was not the relationship that I wanted. And at the time I thought, what did I do to deserve this? But now I understand I manifested something that I wasn't clear about. Just like you say, I want a shoe. Well, you could have a trainer, a flip-flop, a stiletto, any kind of shoe. And if it doesn't match your description of the shoe, then you're going to be very dissatisfied. But these are what the learning curves are for. And whether you found your person or you've had a catalyst situation happen, it is to help you define more clearly what it is that you're wanting. But I always put the intention out there that whoever is drawn to my video will benefit from it. So if this message resonates with you, then this is something that your beloved wants you to know, whether you've met on the physical or not. Because I do have clients who have twin flames in spirit or have connected spiritually who are physically on this earth but just haven't met physically yet. This is something, whether you've met physically or not, that's a message for you. If you feel in your heart that this is resonating, then they want you to know this. I know who you are, and you know who I am. I'm very excited for the next month because all of the planetary activity and activations and all of these things I'm getting really, really excited for. Oh, I've had a question from a client asking when my 3 for 2 readings and healings are back, even though the full moon was only just passed. It's going to be, I'm going to launch it 5 days before well, maybe longer. I'll give you longer. I'll give you a week. 7 days before the new moon. Sorry, we've only just had the full moon. So the new moon is on the 1st of July. If we say I will launch the new moon special 7 days prior. But if you want to be notified of my offers, do sign up for my mailing list, and I will email you with significant offers for that month, or even I might do special offers like, the YouTube only ones or specific ones that you can't find on my website, things like that. If you would like to connect with me, book a reading, healing, meditation, or channeled love letter, then all the details are in my description if you click beneath this video. I thank you all so very much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.